Hello, guys. It is Monday night. Oh, I took a nap and I ate. I had made dinner yesterday. I had oxtails and lima beans and potatoes and yeah. And I was in there catching up on the Sean Diddy Combs stuff. That is so horrendous. I remember my sister and my son were both trying to go into the music business because they both are very good singers. And I was just like, as much as I wanted my son to be successful in that, I was so happy when he decided to give it up because I would have had to quit my job so I could travel with him because I would not have trusted any of them. I don't understand how Usher's mother let him stay with a 24-year-old man and he was 10, or Justin Bieber parents giving him over to Usher and P. Diddy. I don't understand the concept. I guess the thought of fame and money, I can see the young people minds being blown by all that, but as parents, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Oh my gosh, nope, nope, nope. But my son says that I was overprotective, and maybe I was. He was my only child. And if I would have had 20, I would have been the same with all 20, so that didn't matter. I felt like my job was to be there to stand in the gap and protect him, especially from predators. So here we are. I've been doing a lot of thinking. When I do a lot of back-to-back commentary and reaction videos on her, I had to take a break because she just got, her spirit just got so much going on. Confusion, depression, bipolar, narcissist. I mean, she just got so much going on inside of her that if you're sensitive to the spirit, you really have to step back. And so that's what I did yesterday. So, they're back out camping. So here we are with the Miss Charlene made breakfast.
Yeah, Miss Charlene just brought me breakfast in bed.
Breakfast in bed.
Oh my goodness, that is so sweet. Perks of camping with friends.
Okay, so that was nice. And then let me see if this is the one.
Yeah, we got the campfire going. Miss Charlene made a campfire, warmed up some ribs.
So I guess Miss Charlene doing all the cooking this time.
Miss Pauline done closed her door and went in the house.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder if Miss Pauline is, picking up on what she putting down. They're in California. There was another short that she did. Oh, child, that's scary. Let me see. I don't think it's that. No, I don't think it's that one either.
Yo, I'm out here camping.
Okay, so listen
in
to
the
this.
van, and I'm out here by myself. The twins left me, y'all.
Ever got up before noon, I guess you would know they were gone. Okay.
I wanted breakfast in bed this morning. Miss Pauline forgot something at home and they had to go get it.
But this is
they
what
left me. Oh my goodness! And I wanted breakfast in bed. Miss Pauline ruined.
Okay, you heard her say that? Miss Pauline ruined her breakfast in bed.
Yeah, I'm sitting here getting ready to eat. Miss Pauline just brought me this plate. Miss Charlene just got through fixing breakfast.
So while they were gone, you could not have gotten up and got yourself together?
And I am getting ready to E-O. Let me show y'all our view.
VML land ain't that exciting to me. Ain't nothing out there. I would want to camp closer to the mountains or something. All I'm thinking of is spiders and snakes.
Thank you for cooking breakfast this morning. She cooked breakfast this morning, y'all. Looks.
That's not the one. There's one where Charlene is sitting in the van and she goes over and she tells her something about cooking. Or what is she doing? And she says that she's cooking, and she's like, "No, you're not. You're not cooking because you're just sitting there." But the thing was, Pauline was on the other side, and you could see her through. You could see her through the little, what's some little net mesh things that they have hanging up. And I was looking at the way she looked, and then she walked off. I just have this feeling, and maybe it's just me. I don't know where that short came up at. Don't know. But yeah, I was thinking, they're twins, right? And so we see them, they dress alike still, even though we know that they're either in their 60s, somewhere in their 60s. That's what I'm going to pretty much guess. I'm thinking that's right. They're somewhere in their 60s. And so it seemed like they did everything together. I mean, they moved on the land together or either bought that land together. Their houses are right next to each other. Whatever projects they do together. They do, even when she cooked, I'm sure Pauline's husband was like, "Ma'am, if you don't get in here and cook me something to eat," Charlene made sure there was enough for her sister and her husband to get something. So they're twins. I mean, and they seem very, very close. But somehow, that spirit that's on McNasty feels to me like she's wanting to cause separation and her take the place of Pauline. Because even in the first one, I can't find it. When she was like camping with the twins, it was still daylight, and Pauline had went in her van and locked up. And then in another short, she was saying that Pauline was going home that next day. I think she stayed 2 days maybe, and she was like, "Well, she has to go home because she's married," which she is. But also, I think, I don't know. I'm thinking of how I would feel if me and my sister were twins and we were that close, even though I'm close with my sisters. And if somebody like that came in, we would probably fall out because I would definitely be constantly telling my sister, "Hey, something ain't right here. I'm not something. I need you to be mindful." And I really think that it was just Miss Charlene being lonely. But it's almost like she's had to pay for a friend because it's cost her to have her as a friend. First, they gave her $1,000, and one of the subs told me, "Thank you," about the fact that I knew they were the ones that gave her the $1,000, but she had met them in Vegas or something. And you know how she likes to talk about how wonderful her page is and all that. So, yeah, I'm sure she got into a whole talk about that. And I guess, I don't know what she tell people to get people caught up in her bull crap. But they end up giving her money. And I'm sure she kept in touch because hence here she is down living off of Miss Charlene. And my thing is, I just don't understand the concept. Now, I know that in this day and age, there are still women who meet men and bring them home and let them just start living with them and don't know them and stuff like that. But I don't often see women bringing people home and just letting them live with them like that. I wanted to make a comparison, and this is why I'm going to have to pay somebody to show me how to really do videos where I can cut and paste and put stuff together, because this is not working for me trying to find the examples that I wanted. Okay, now, I just showed you her out there in the woods. Now, this is her sister. Now, there is such a stark difference of the sister. Let's see her talk a little bit. Let's see. I mean, she is. I give her credit. She puts something on every day. As far as preaching, she preaches every day. That she's gonna do. So, kudos to her. Oh, those are cute glasses. When are you gonna start talking?
Needed the rest, and I do have the word of God. I most likely will bring
Okay.
it this week.
I know people say they sound alike, but they don't sound alike to me.
But I have been preaching all week long, and so the word
Okay,
God
so
has given to us.
my confusion is, how does that woman come out of a household that has that woman? I'm like,
me personally, I try to help people.
No, you haven't,
I'm
but
trying to help people, show people
how
stop doing this and stop doing that.
maybe they do sound alike.
And I'm the type of person.
But I don't understand how did that happen?
To other people.
How did that happen? I mean, even me and my sisters, there's 3 of us. I'm the oldest, and I have 2 younger than me. And we are different, but we are a lot alike. I mean, and that's because we grew up in the same house. We got the same mama, you know? I don't understand how she is so... Let's just play... Oh, not that. I don't know who that is. Oh. I didn't know they did that. I'm gonna have to watch that. Don't get clowned. Circus Peanuts. They be on it. I didn't know that one was out. I hadn't seen it. So, I had to look at it. But it's just confusing to me how the 2 of them came out the same household and one went so far right and the other one went so far left. I mean, they had to have went through the same trauma, and yet one decided that I'm going to elevate myself over what I went through when I was a child, and the other one decided I'm going to live in it. So when I was thinking about this today, I want to read you a quick snippet of a story that comes out the Bible. This is out of Acts, and it is chapter 16, verse 16 through 18. And this is Paul and Silas. This is when they get put in prison. And this is when they had met the lady Lydia, who was the seller of purple cloth. I always liked that story because the purple was the color that royal and rich people wore. So she was a woman. That's how she made her money. Her family made the purple cloth. And she met Jesus at the gate while she was selling her cloth. And she ended up inviting him to her house. And, Paul and Silas met her while she was selling her cloth at the gate, and she invited them to her home to rest and feed them. So the next day, it says, once when we were going to the place of prayer, we were met by a female slave who had a spirit by which she predicted the future. She earned a great deal of money for her owners by fortune telling. She followed Paul and the rest of us, shouting, "These men are servants of the Most High God, who are telling you the way to be saved." She kept us up for many days. Finally, Paul became so annoyed that he turned around and said to the spirit, "In the name of Jesus, I command you to come out of her." At that moment, the spirit left her. As the story goes on, the people that actually owned the slave, they got mad because she was a person that went around. She was like a fortune teller. You know, like, I don't know if y'all remember Miss Cleo. You know, people that can tell your future, read your palms and all that stuff like that. Well, I never understood why Paul got so mad about her shouting that. But part of it was because she was a false not prophet, but false speaker of truth, because she had a gift, but it was being used for bad. So I'm using this example to show our friend McNasty. She yells and screams about Jesus, Jesus, God, God. I love the Lord. You know, this is my purpose and plan. God has me out here spreading the gospel, which I never see her doing that. Matter of fact, since she's been with Charlene, I don't even hear her talk about God. The other day, she was her grace kills me. She is so greedy that she can never even do her grace before she starts eating. She's like saying the grace all while she's stuffing her mouth with food. I'm like, oh my goodness, this woman just never ceases to amaze me. But she is like this sorceress, this slave that was running behind him, and this fortune teller, because on the outside, when the people saw her, they're thinking, oh, she's letting them know that these men of God are here, you know? And then that McNasty is like, oh, the people in her chat, woman of God, and God this and God that. And people kill me how they fall for anybody that says they're a Christian. An ant could walk across a path and say he's a Christian, and there'll be a whole bunch of people following that ant. I mean, because I'm looking at, you see her fruit? Do you see her spirit? Because it's not there. Not the real spirit. And so that it reminded me of her, of how she's out yelling and she's proclaiming the name of the Lord. But really, she is a woman with a bad spirit. And I see that, and I see that she's causing division in there. I don't think Charlene sees it in her home, because even now that she's doing these cooking videos, I noticed before, I never heard the dogs bark and fight like that. But she was talking in one of them, and I mean, they were having a time in the back. They was growling, fighting, and barking, and carrying on. And I was like, that's because that spirit that's on her is causing issues in the home. Charlene used to work all day, come in, fix her something to eat, watch a movie or so. The other day, she was in bed early, wasn't even up watching a movie. I believe because McNasty is sucking the life out of her. I mean, she bosses her around and all this stuff. It's when a person has a deceiving spirit on them, that deception is strong. And McNasty has cultivated her deceptive spirit for many, many years. The things that she do, she learned from when she was a child, from the people that she claimed were so horrible. I see she learned quite a few things from them and picked it up and kept it going. She likes to put on a great face. Oh, she smiles. She's this, she's that. But prick her in the wrong way and see what you get. Like before, when she first came, she would never cuss up a storm like that in Charlene's home. She would even took a trip out to the BML land to tell us off. But the other day, I mean, she was cussing so bad that I could hear the sisters in the background, I believe, talking to themselves, saying, I wish she'd shut the hell up and quit this. I mean, then you call the woman a name. I'm just like, that switch in her where she goes from that fake McNasty to the real her is so quick and swift that when she does the real her, she just forget everything around her. Because I was like, the way she was talking, I'm like, do you realize what you're saying about this person that you're saying is a friend, and you're supposed to be defending them right now, or defending her, and yet you seem to be doing more harm to her than anybody else could, because none of the people that says anything about any of them is in that house with them. Only she is. And how is it taking you forever to do a bedroom? Because I think her people said something about how long is the bedroom going to take or something like that. And so now she's even pushing it off, because she was saying to them, I'd really like to go to Malibu, where she was cooking. So now I believe she's trying to talk Charlene into driving her van to Malibu or going with her, because all of a sudden now they're camping on BML land in California. Miss Pauline had to go home, and she said her and Charlene were going to stay out there. They're not coming back till next week. Who the hell goes camping and don't bring any fruits and vegetables and stuff like that? You cook 20 pounds, 50 pounds of meat. You're going to kill Charlene. Charlene ain't used to eating like that. I don't even know why she would follow you up with the carnivore diet. I'm just trying to figure out, are these women who are so used to somebody telling them what to do that that's how they live their life? Because I'm like, ain't no way in hell you gonna have me going camping with you and all we got is some damn hamburger, sausage, bacon, liver and onions, which I hate liver, a whole bunch of meat to get you constipated and stopped up. I mean, that is not healthy eating whatsoever. I don't care what she say. And so I'm like, I don't know why Charlene's following her up on this bull crap. She does not have to pay for a friend. I do have to say this. I guess because she got mad about me saying that I hadn't seen her scan no receipts and fetch. I see the other day when she's eating her pound of spaghetti that she was like saying something about scanning and fetch. And so I see that, I don't know where she went. I guess it's a store in Vegas. But she spent $995 at one store, like $10 at Taco Bell, and I think $59 at some other place. So I was like, oh, McNasty got some money like that? That she can spend $1,000 in a day when she's out? Which I hadn't seen her have $1,000 of nothing. The most expensive thing that, and I don't believe she bought it, was that bureau dresser thing that she put in the bedroom that she said was $400. But $1,000 worth of stuff, I ain't seen her in it because she don't even wear the clothes that people gave her. Lord, I wish she would just wear the hat since she ain't gonna comb her hair or nothing, because them wigs is horrible. Somebody said that one of the subs sent her that clown-looking wig as a joke, and she's actually wearing it. It had big old lint balls in it, and here she was going to Vegas with them in it. I'm like, it's almost like, how bad can I look? And I would have looked at her and been like, oh, no, ma'am. You better take your ass back in the house and do something with you. I mean, really. She'd be looking a hot-ass mess walking behind other people. So I'm like, they send you clothes, they send you shoes, but you just want to look like a bum. You could comb your hair, you could get it cut down. I'd rather her be bald. Because the way it looks now, I just don't get how, and I don't want to say there's something not fully being, what's the word I'm trying to find? Cognitive abilities of the ladies are not at 100%. But there's something there, because how can you have somebody in your home that you notice is not washing, don't comb their hair? Her tongue is so white, and just for people to know, when you brush your teeth, you should brush your tongue, because the tongue holds really the majority of the germs. And you can tell when a person don't brush their tongue, it's because it has that white coating on it, which hers has. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. I don't know. I just don't see how she don't see her bad habits, and her mouth. Oh my gosh, her mouth is the worst part of her. And what you say out your mouth comes out of the real spirit inside you. You can try to mask it, but at some point it would really, really come out. And so, yeah, she remind me of that woman yelling at Paul and Silas, you know. And Paul said, I command that spirit to come up out of you. I don't think McNasty's going to let go of hers. She likes it. It's wrapped up in her. She liked being in it. I'm just wondering, how long will this saga go? Part of me is like, please let it end now before Miss Charlene gets hurt anymore. Or, you know, she's a grown woman and let her walk it out. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that that woman is reaping all the benefits of being there. And I just don't know how a real woman of God would go to another person's house and stay this long, disrupt their home, do things in their home as if it's yours, treat them as if is your home. I I don't get it. I just don't get it. By this time, I would feel uncomfortable because I've stayed so long, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this, so it's a bit mind-boggling to me. It really is. I am, because I have this thing about loving to watch people's behaviors and how they act in situations and do things. This one really is like I don't know. It's like something I want to write down in a book because I'm just like, ooh wee. From past experiences of seeing how this woman is, this just is not going to end good. Not at all. I'm just like, pack your crap up, put it in your little tin can, and go back home. And I'm like, why did you have the subscribers send you all that stuff for them to spend their money for you to fix it up, and you didn't sleep one night in it? I don't think the people bought it back because they wouldn't have sold it. And if she sold it to somebody, then why would they let her keep all that shit back there in that shed? So I know she said she was paid up to the end of the year, so I would love to see what she's going to do come January. What her excuse will be, because she is milking out decorating this room. And it kills me because I'm like, you get up at 12 noon. Charlene's been up since 5 or 6. And you're supposed to be decorating the room. And here she is waiting for you to get together so that she can take you around and look at stuff. And this girl has no concept of buying nothing new. Only place she want to shop is the thrift stores and Goodwill. And some of the stuff she be looking at, you can tell Miss Charlene's like, no, I don't like that. I don't know if she's really trying to take her input or she wants to make it into a Vanessa's room. Because did you ask Charlene what her favorite colors are? Because I didn't see her whole house being gold, yellow, and white, or I mean black, yellow, and white, or black, gold, and white. But I guarantee that's what that room is going to be. So I'm just like, yeah, you're not trying to find anything, because she swears all those places that she showed us that day, I think they went to like 7 different places, at least. And she couldn't find anything. Couldn't find anything. And one last thing. Why is she taking sponsorship from people? I guess I'm trying to figure out, why would I think she said Velvo, or whatever the place is. No, I think they sent the facial thing. These companies, she's supposed to be living in a van. She's supposed to be Vanessa Van Life Journey. If you're living in a van, what the hell are you going to do with a 7-foot Christmas tree? So why would they sponsor her that? Or what you going to do with a whole professional microdermabrasion? I know I'm saying that wrong. But the thing that you can use to do... I have one. It's not the professional, but I have a portable one that you use on your face to kind of scrape off the dead skin off of your face and stuff like that. What would she do with all that in the damn van? Because that thing that they sent her is way too big. So I don't know if she has already switched over to not being in van life and she's getting sponsorships or, putting out calling cards to companies to get stuff, that you would use if you had a home. Because both of those are things that you would need to have a home for, not a van. So I don't know what she's up to. I know she mentioned about changing her name again. Because I'm like, people are like, you're not going anywhere, and you're not. Going out and being on the BML land for a day or 2 or a week, they ain't shit out there to see. She said they went hiking somewhere. I don't know. But I'm sure they had to drive somewhere to do the hike, because where she's at, it ain't nothing out there. So yes, that's what I've been noticing lately, and yeah, she's a curious creature, I tell you that. Mighty curious. So we shall go on. We shall see. We shall see how this ends. She was whining about maybe not getting no birthday presents. Well, ma'am, who have you given presents to? Everything you were doing for your subscribers, you stopped. You were giving out money to them. And she only did that because I said she never gives anything. She doesn't do that anymore. She was doing birthday celebrations. She don't do that anymore. Everything she was doing for the subs, she has totally quit doing. The only thing she do now is get on and say, how was everybody's day? What did you eat today? What did you do today? And lately, for her last three lives, there wasn't nobody in the chat. She was sitting there like, where y'all at? Well, if you're not going to talk to me, then I'm going to end the chat. No, you're not. I mean, end the live. No, you're not. Your people are leaving, ma'am, because you're boring, you don't know how to cook, and you're not living in a van anymore. Maybe you should change it to Vanessa Charlene Guest Room Journey. Maybe that should be your new name. Yeah. Alright, people. It is almost 9 o'clock, so I'm going to go see if there's anything else I want to watch on YouTube. If not, I'm going to watch a Christmas movie. If you guys have not watched Candy Cane Lane on Prime with Eddie Murphy and, I cannot think of her name, Diana Ross's daughter. But it is such a cute Christmas movie. I really enjoyed it. And my sister, who hates all Christmas movies, she watched it and she enjoyed it. But yes, it was a good Christmas movie. So I think I'm going to watch the one, I think it's Brandy. Brandy has one. We're going to watch that. All right, guys. I will talk to you next time. I hope everybody had a marvelous Monday. Parker says hi. Let's see if I can get him. Where you at? Come here. Come here. Come here, Parker. Good. Step out. Okay. Well, he was laying down. I woke him up. He's had a bark fest all day. The neighbor next door has a German Shepherd who they let out, don't have no control over, and he's been coming up on my porch and urinating and boo-booing, and I have told them over and over, I'm tired of cleaning that up, and it's not fair to me. So today we really had it out about that, because I told him, I was like, I'm going to call for the dog to get picked up, because your last dog, literally the neighbor that lives down the street from me, because you know in the country, you don't, we actually live, the one I'm talking about with the German Shepherd, we actually live right next door to each other, but we don't have any other neighbors on either side. You have to go a little way down the street. And so the guy on the other side of me down the street, he's a truck driver, and their dog wandered down there because he was a very big German Shepherd, and he said the dog attacked him or growled at him or something. I don't know. I do know that at that time they were trying to make the dog, and so there was two shepherds. They had gotten out of the closed enclosure because his dog knew how to push the lock up. So they were wondering, him and his little female companion, and I guess because they were both big German Shepherds, they came up on him, but he shot them both. That was so sad. He shot both of the dogs, and then he pulled them and put them in the street. And then somebody called the dog pound, and they came and got them. And so my neighbor kept asking me, had I seen his dog? And I was like, I seen him one day walking with the other dog through my yard. And that's when the neighbor who shot the dogs literally came down here and was talking to my neighbor and showed him pictures of the dogs that he shot. And that's when he found out that that guy had killed his dog. And so like I told him, I was like, there is a leash law. I know we live in the country, but we don't have fences in the front. I have a gated, fenced-in backyard, but not the front. And I'm just like, you just can't let your dog run amok. I was like, but keep on. You're going to be mad. Either the pound's going to pick him up, or he may get killed again, because you're not being a good dog owner. People kill me with that. All right, enough of my rant about not good dog owners. I could be on here all night chit-chatting. Oh, last thing. Thank you for you guys who have been subscribing. We're over 600. I forgot to look. I think it was 618. So, yes. We might make it to 1,000 come the first of the year. And then I'll have to figure out how to do a live because, as you see, I suck at videoing. All right, guys. So, let's see if I can catch him. Okay. Oh, isn't he so cute? I tell you, sometimes I look at him when he sleep. He's like, remind me of like a baby. He is so cute when he sleeps, especially when he's sleeping on his back. He looking at me now. Yeah, I'm talking about you. But sometimes when he's up, oh, all right. We say good night. Talk to you later. Bye.